Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of the Tampa Bay Rays franchise here on MLB The Show 25. And we are going to start this episode by getting new scouts because I do not like our current scouts, how low efficiency they have. So first off, we are going to sign Augustin Brennan and replace him with Jonas Cortez. He has higher efficiency, just a few lower pitchers. And we don't have any more money to get different scouts, but at least we get one out of the way. And yeah, so we have a better scout now. As we continue on through the month of May, we're only 4 games back of the division lead. But yeah, I do not think this will be a season where we will win anything. Just because, yeah, I don't think we have that type of potential just yet. We're 14th in batting average. Runs scored, we are 19th. I mean, we're not playing horrible. We lead the league in triples. Let's check ERA. I mean, yeah, we're pitching pretty good, sitting at 12. Earned runs. Yeah, our pitching has not been the problem. I just don't think we have the bats to compete just yet, which is why I probably will make some trades as we get closer to the deadline. We're only 60 days away from the draft, so we will keep scouting and looking for better talent. Here we take on the Blue Jays in a 3-game set and just get swept. Now we have a really bad Marlins team, and Jonathan Aranda with a 2-home-run game. Love to see it. And here for the scouting, so I'm going to cancel all the scouting assignments. And for Augustin Brennan, I'm going to have him scout a position. Who's the highest pitching? Who's got the highest position player? All right, he's got the highest position players. He's going to scout position players. But this guy is going to scout pitching. Let's see where pitching is the best, though. He's going to scout pitching in the international to start. And then Sarah Brookshire is going to scout. Let's see. I would also like her to do pitching. What's her position players? 86. I'm going to have her do position players just because I don't know if we're going to need pitching as much. Like, obviously our pitching staff is already pretty good. Like, this guy looks pretty good at first base. Trying to see if it looks kind of like a first baseman class. And, I mean, yeah, kind of. I mean, I think there's a few decent first basemen internationally. At second base, yeah, there's not much there. Third, third looks pretty solid. At short, this guy doesn't look, he's got high potential, so. Diego Morales looks pretty good there at short as well. Sean Bledsoe. So maybe I want them to do shortstops. I'm trying to just find what position looks mainly the best. Maybe center field. I mean, I kind of like center field. And right field also looks good. So I think international center field I'm going to do. And then I'm going to do right field east for that. Okay. And against the Marlins, we take the series against our fellow Florida opponent, which is nice to see. Draft is in 54 days, so we still have a little while. Now we go back home for a while. Home team's up by 2 with the bases loaded. All right, we'll check into this game. Actually, there's only 1 out, so there's not really a point. And we get the win. But then lose 12-2. Taj Bradley not off to the best start in his season. And the Astros take the series. So back to another series with the Blue Jays, where they really have our number this year. They're 5-0 against us already. Wow. And yeah, 31 prospects scouted already, which is nice to see. If we go to starting pitching, is there anything else instead of international? I see a decent amount of East, but it's all international, really. So we are going to move him to the East now. At center field, what have we got in here? This guy looks pretty good. Good contact. Probably won't be there at pick 14, though. Then we got Dominic Hack, who also looks pretty good. Hank Dobbs. Looks like a solid player. So I think I'm going to have them do center field central next. And this is right field east, I think. And let's see how that looks. 7 prospects have been scouted. I will change that to international shortstops and continue. I want to get to the draft in this episode, but if I was to do that, it would probably mean I'm not going to play any games in this episode unless, I don't know, maybe we could do both, but I kind of want to get to the draft this year, so it might just be a lot of scouting in this episode. We're playing the Astros again, and we take game 1 in Minute Maid Park, and they take the next 2. So yeah, we're getting a lot of pitching prospects scouted, which is good to see. And then shortstops on the international side are also looking pretty good. Like, I like this guy a lot. Guillermo Reyes looks really solid. He could be a first-round pick, maybe. Rodrigo Vasquez has a little bit lower potential, but like this guy looks really good too. Adolfo Rodriguez looks really good. But we are going to have him scout outfielders from West. We haven't done. This person did Central. We are going to move that over to shortstops for the East. And the other person still has pitching. So we take 2 of 4, which is solid. Let's really start simulating here as we play Texas, and they're interested in a trade. I guess they must have seen something right after the game. And yeah, we will not be doing this trade respectfully. It's a very bad trade offer. And they take all 3 from us. Did Rasmussen pitch bad maybe that day? No, he didn't even pitch. Huh. A little confused there. Josh Lowe has a 16-game hitting streak as the Marlins take a game from us, but we take game 2. So yeah, starting pitching is going really well. Shortstop, we've gotten a few positions there. I'm trying to see if there's any other positions that we would really want to scout. But it seems like it's just really, I mean, third base international would probably be good, I guess. Um, and then shortstop, we did shortstop international. The outfield, maybe we could do left field. So I'm gonna do shortstop international again. And then left field international. And our starting pitching is still doing well. Take down the Red Sox in Boston. Carson Williams, back stiffness. Keep him active. Edwin Diaz takes the game from us. Fairbanks takes game 2. And we have to scout again. So yeah, we're getting really well done on the pitching. Shortstop. I mean, I think we know most shortstops now too. Like, this guy's really good, but he won't get to us. Along with this guy. This guy's also really I like this guy as our first round pick probably so far. I do kind of want to just get through year 1 pretty quickly since I know we will not be competing for a playoff spot. But yeah, that is really the main reasoning why I want to kind of get to the draft and see what we have. Carson Williams is back off the injured list, which is good. Let's check on how everyone is playing right now. McClanahan, Pepio. So the pitching staff seems like it's cooled down a little bit. Dylan Lesko's pitching really good in AAA, which is really nice to see. He's got a bright future for sure on this team. Ballmeister, J.J. Goff is pitching well. So, yeah, that is pretty good to see. As the bullpen's been really awesome. Wow. Faedo could be getting the call up pretty soon. Seeing how he's pitching. Fairbanks has been great. Best closer in baseball, one of them. We could probably get a good package for him. We have him for another season. But Fairbanks, we could get a pretty good package, I believe, for Pete Fairbanks. So I will keep that on the trade block. And yeah, let's keep seeing how everyone is performing. In right field, Josh Lowe. Mason Orr is playing pretty good in Double-A, which is nice to see. Center field, DeLuca is hurt, along with our 2 best center fielders are hurt right now. Chandler Simpson's got 15 stolen bases. He's hitting .239. Palacios is playing pretty solid. Christopher Morel, Eloy, Drew Baker. Ha-Seong Kim's having a solid season. Caballero has been really good, which is really nice to see. Taylor Wall is struggling in AAA. Carson Williams playing pretty solid. Junior Caminero in his first full season has been pretty good. And then Brandon Lau, of course. Jonathan Aranda's really starting to impress me. Only at a 64 rated. Yandy Diaz is doing Yandy Diaz things. Xavier Isaac's playing good. Trey Morgan hit 10 home runs. And Danny Jansen, yeah. Struggling a little bit, but it's all good. As we take down the Orioles twice, but they take the next 2. And Tristan Peters is out for about 2 weeks. We'll just keep him on the 60-day. And it's time to scout again. So we'll go like that. And then international center fielders works. And we are going to go to shortstop central. So yeah, we are almost at the draft, just like that. As Fairbanks, we've given up 4 runs in the last inning, but Fairbanks closes the door. The Southern League first half is over. We finish at 35-34. Taking on Kansas City here, and they take the series. And the Orioles, we are 1-1 in this series. Let's see what else I would kind of like to scout just before the draft. We are almost at draft day. Archie Martinez, third base international would be pretty good. And left field east I'm going to do. So I'm going to do third base international and left field east. And then I will change pitching to, I might go to relief pitching now maybe. Let's see, is there any really good relievers? East, west, east, international. I might do international and I'm gonna do international relievers here for a week and advance. We are 13 days away from the draft as we take the series from the Orioles, which is nice. We take game 1 against the A's. So it's not going to be a terrible first year. It's just not going to be a playoff season. Vaughn Meester's out for 2 weeks. And the Rays beat us. And we will start to get into some games here after the draft as we take down the Twins. It's almost the trade deadline too, which is important. Relief pitchers in the West. I'm going to get away from third base. And actually, I might keep third base for one more week and then go back to shortstops maybe. If you look in the outfield, we haven't really checked in at any right fielders. That's what we should do. Seems like East and West kind of have a lot of right fielders up here. I will do right fielders international to start. Oops, that's West. International. Okay. And yeah, we are about almost ready for the draft. And we are 5 days away. So I'm excited to see how our draft looks. Carson Williams, we're back in Boston before the All-Star break. And they take the second game. And after this game, it is about time for the draft. So I will add all of these top guys. I definitely think we're gonna look at maybe more offensive-minded kind of a more offensive-minded kind of draft. But if a good pitcher is there, I will definitely I'll definitely feel free to take a pitcher. Like Eduardo Mateo looks really good. But yeah, I think there's a lot of solid pitching in this draft class. I mean, look, even all the way down. Like, I think pitching has a lot of potential in this draft class. Look at Freddie Miller. Wow. He's going to have really high potential. He might be a low overall, but he has a lot of room to succeed. And Bob Finnegan. Oh, that was the number 1 pick. That's why it's the number 1 pick. Scouted relief pitchers. I'll keep a few of them on here also. Wow, this guy looks pretty good too. But I guess we don't really see too much in him. Closers. Catching, I didn't scout any catchers. First base. This guy I'm not very interested in. Third baseman. I will add these guys to the board. I'm not sure about that guy. Shortstops. I love Diego Morales, but he won't be there. Edward McCarty, also looks great. Guillermo Reyes, I think, is going to be my first-round pick if he's there, but he's 22 years old, so he's pretty old. Then we got this guy, and Rodrigo Vasquez also looks pretty interesting. Good fielder, he can run, and it looks like the contact and the power is kind of there. So yeah, this guy also looks really sneaky at the end of the draft, and Maybe like a back of the draft shortstop would be good. Orlando Stockton looks pretty good. He's got very high potential. Overall's a little low, but Sandy Cleary, a left fielder, looks pretty good. And yeah, we are almost ready. Dominic, this guy also looks really good as a first round pick. The bat is there. He just looks very developed early on. How old is he? He's 21. Um so yeah, a lot of these guys will be um like Braden Joseph at 21 years old has got high potential. Ramon Reyes is also a 21-year-old with high potential. Um, and yeah, we are ready to go to the draft. Juan Veras goes number 1 to the Nationals, which I kind of thought he was going to be number 1, and he was. Number 2 is going to be Diego Morales, the shortstop, to the Angels, and the number 3 overall pick is Manny Angelis, the second baseman, who I did not really scout, but he looks like a good contact kind of bat. Wow, I did not see Varys. We didn't see him too high, but he was kind of the consensus number 1 pick, it looked like. Bob Finnegan goes number 4. It's a good pick, I think, by the Rockies. Hank Dobbs goes number 5. Wow, I think the Cardinals reached on him a little bit. If I'm not mistaken. I feel like he was a little bit reached on. Edward McCarty goes 6, the guy from Michigan who I was looking at. I really love Adrian Nieves to stay. I think he looks like a really, really good baseball player. Early on, he can run. He's got good contact. Matt McGowan goes, or 2 pitchers go. That's a good move by the Blue Jays. This guy I didn't really scout, and the Reds take him, yeah. So good move by the Reds. I figured he would probably be gone, but did not know how early it would be, as the A's are on the clock here with pick number 11. I really like Dominic Halk, but I don't think he'll be there. I like Guillermo Reyes a lot. Like, Guillermo Reyes will probably be my pick if he's there, and the A's just took him. So, yeah, I'm kind of stumped here on what to do. I think this first baseman looks pretty solid, but I don't know how much of a difference these two are. Is we are up now to make our selection, and I mean, this pitching prospect looks really, really good, but I don't think I'm gonna get there just because we really don't need pitching. At second base, third, I don't want to. Feel like it's a little early for Archie Martinez, but he looks very good. At short, I did not scout this Sean Bledsoe, but he's 18 years old. But I won't be taking him, I don't think. Albert Walls looks pretty good. Good field. He's good in the field. Dominic Hauk and Alvin McLeod also look pretty good, but I like this Dominic Hauk a lot. He's gonna be fast. I don't know how much power he will be able to develop, but I feel like we could be taking him a little bit early. But then again, we don't have another pick till 36, so I like this. One of these first basemen I think we'll be able to get to. This catcher looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even scout him, but he's 22. Uh Good fielding catcher. Yeah, this catcher might be pretty good. So if he's there in the next round, maybe. But I really want to take Dominic Hauk here. He's 21. He's a lefty. I think he's got really good potential, but I mean, they took this first baseman too, who I was interested in. And the A's got the guy I really liked. But then again, he's 22, so he also uh might be ready for the MLB pretty quickly. Ernest Mata looks pretty good. I didn't scout him as much as I would have liked, but he also does look pretty good as a pitcher. Um, Christopher Chadwick. Wow, Ascension looks pretty good too here. But I feel like he might last another round. So I really want to take Albert Walls, but I don't know. I don't think he's as we didn't scout him as much as I would have liked. Um, but they're saying there's a chance that Hack could be still here in the next round. I'm not too sure about, but he very well could be. I mean, I didn't scout this guy too much. He's got good contact. I just don't know how much the power is going to get up. He's got good vision. I feel like he'd be like a leadoff kind of guy. He's only 18 coming out of high school. He could run, he could field. I'm stumped because I really think this kid is going to be good too. But he's also 21, which is understandable why the potential is a lot higher. 6'1". He's not overly fast, but he's going to be a good fielder. He's going to have good contact, good vision. He could be like a leadoff setter. I'm not sure if I want to take who I want to take. I think I'm going to take Albert Walls, though, in the first round at pick number 14, and we will play it by year from the second, for the second round. Let's see what the end of the first round kind of looked like. Yeah, the Royals took the outfielder, which is a good play by them. Moda also went pick 18. So yeah, some pretty good moves. But now looking at it here with pick 36, it's a lot different because yeah, there's definitely not any shortstops, maybe until Sandoval later on in the draft. Third base also looks not great right now. I think D'Angelo Sampson should be there for our next pick. Second base, I'm not taking anyone there. First base, Diego Chavez is looks pretty impressive to me. Also, he's a good fielder. He could kind of run for a first baseman too. He's great contact wise. Um, and he's got pretty good vision, and the power will get there. I think with him. Man, this catcher looks really good though. I'm kind of interested in this catcher. I kind of want to take him, even though I didn't scout him. Um, and I think I'm going to take this catcher. I mean, look, he's gonna have good contact. He's gonna have good vision. Not gonna have too much power, but he's a great fielder. But he's great behind the plate. He's 22. He's 6'4", and I think I'm gonna take the catcher because we don't have any catching prospects. So I really like that pick. And we continue on. Who else is still here? Who was I? The outfielder. This guy's wait, who was the guy? Was Ramon Reyes looked pretty good too. William Spears, I think, could be pretty good. Very fast, 6'2". Um, Left field Orlando Stockton. It's gonna have pretty high potential out of the gates. It looks like. At third base, I don't see much. D'Angelo Simpson though, maybe in a few more rounds. Well, we don't have another pick for about 40 picks, so probably won't get him. Brian Jacobs looks pretty solid, but I don't think I'm interested. I'm not going to take another catching prospect. Um, I mean this guy looks pretty good too. Edward Mateo looks really good. Uh, his overall will be a little low off the start, but he's 21. I mean I like Edward Mateo a decent amount too. Um, and even like Richie Kretlau later on in the draft. he'll probably be gone too. Yeah, I don't know what to do here really. I mean, this is a very safe pick. One of these two is a pretty safe pick, I feel like. But this guy, I feel like, would be ready for the MLB a little bit earlier, probably a few years down the road for Mateo. The outfielders, Ramon Reyes, I really like later on in the draft. This guy also looks pretty good. William Spears looks really good too. He's 22, but I think he'll have a lot of potential. I don't want another outfielder. Felipe Sandoval looks really solid also. I mean, there's a lot of like end of the road shortstops that I think I could probably take later on in this draft. So I don't think I'm going to go there right now. I think I'm going to, I mean, even this reliever looks pretty good. I think I'm going to take Eduardo Mateo here at pick 49. And go back to the draft board here. We still have two pitching prospects that we're scouting. I mean, we could still take pitching at the end of this draft, it looks like. Relievers, catching. Vladimir Gonzalez looks solid. I really would like to get one of these shortstops, though, before they are off the board. Felipe Sandoval, I like a lot. The outfielders, Sandy Cleary, I think will be my next pick if he's still there, but the overall's really low. And William Spears looks really good too. I mean, William Spears might be the pick, I'm not gonna lie. And I accidentally clicked Dave Rainey. Oh, I guess I ran out of time. Wow. I ran out of time and they gave me another arm. I didn't realize there was only a minute. I thought there were still 4 minutes, so alright, I guess we got another pitcher. But now I can take Felipe Sandoval for sure. Wow, I didn't realize that. Alright, so we get another pitching prospect. I hope he's pretty good. They took him for me. And then one of our last picks here, Brian Green. I'm just kind of seeing who we scouted. Juan Reyes looks like a solid reliever. Everything else is basically gone. Rhett Hayes looks decent. Brian Green. I think I'm going to take this reliever here, Juan Reyes. And with our last pick, I will take maybe another reliever here. He looks pretty solid. We did a decent amount of scouting on him. Jason Horman looks pretty good out of the Netherlands. But maybe just probably get one more pitching prospect here. Or I think I'm going to take Rolando Sanchez to end the draft. And yeah, so that's the draft. I hope Dave Rainey is good because they took him for me without any. I didn't realize there was only a minute, so I hope he's good for us. But we are at the All-Star game here as Baumeister comes back, which is good. And here we go. We could sign our pick. They will not show us what's it called yet. They will not show their potential yet, but we will see that in a little. Let's see who our All-Star was. It was Fairbanks, which is well-deserved, and that's probably it, I would assume. And yeah, that's it. So, Fairbanks, he's been awesome all season. So, I think that is well-deserved. All right, let's continue to simulate. as we are playing the Orioles. And we can't offer a contract to Walls yet. We can offer a contract to Davila, though, the catcher. He wants 2.2. And there we go. So we got the catcher already, which is nice. And we are also going to go for Mateo, who wants about 1.4 mil. And we get Mateo. Dave Rainey is next. He wants 639 mil. I'll upgrade it a little bit. Sandoval, we cannot sign it. All right, so let's continue to simulate. Clevenger, inflamed nerve. Josh Lowe is 4 for 4 with 2 home runs. I mean, he's having a really good season, it seems like, too, which is nice to see. Trade block, Fairbanks is still on there. And can we sign Walls yet? No. We could sign Juan Reyes. He wants, I'll give him exactly that. And he signs that. And Rolando Sanchez is the last guy. He wants 227 mil. All right. So we only have our two people left to sign. Playing the White Sox, Manuel Rodriguez is on the mound, and we get another win. And we don't get a sweep, but sign draft picks again. All right. So here is Albert Walls, and he declines. All right. That's not good. We will pay him whatever we need to pay him for sure. But yeah, he's going to want a lot of money, it seems like. I'll pay him more, I guess. I'll give him $6 million. Still no? I mean, man, if we can't sign our first round pick, we'll sign him. But I mean, he wants a lot of money. His bonus demand is $5 million, and I'm giving him much more than $5 million. So I'm not really too sure how much more. All right, there we go. So he signs with us, and we have one more, which is Felipe Sandoval, who was drafted in the 4th round. And we will give him... Perfect. So we signed everyone, which is great to see. And pretty soon we'll be able to check out everyone's potential. Braden Taylor's out for 1 and 2 weeks. McClanahan comes back. Apparently he was hurt. And today's the trade deadline. And I would like to trade Fairbanks. I mean, he's having an awesome season. Probably the best of his career. And we don't need him. We're not contending this year. So for a team that's willing to contend and needs a closer, I think would be a good spot for Fairbanks. I will not trade in division, and I will trade to a team who is contending. Let's see. So a few teams are interested, or every team is interested. He's been the best reliever in baseball, or one of. The Nationals giving a decent offer there. The Brewers offered Jefferson Carroll, but we had just gotten a catching prospect, so not looking for another one. The Pirates offering a pretty nice deal here for a first base prospect. Gordon Graceffo here with the Cardinals. Manuel Pena with the Diamondbacks. Rockies are not contenders. Maybe the Dodgers here. Kellen Lindsey is a shortstop prospect at 19 years old. He's a 61 overall. He's their first-round draft pick. He's playing very good right now in Double-A for the Dodgers. And I think Pete Fairbanks could be a good player for them. And also Biddison here for the Dodgers. Not having a great year in Double-A, but I think we will do this trade with the Dodgers, and we will help out their closing pitching as they have more of a bullpen as they look for back-to-back World Series. And I also will try to trade Danny Jansen for whoever wants him to a to a team who needs a catcher looking for the postseason. So let's see. Obviously, it will be a contending team. Like the Padres are contending. Boston Bateman here, 19-year-old starting pitcher. I think we might just do this trade. The Padres need a catcher, and I mean that looks like a pretty good trade to me. Because the Padres are trying to win a World Series this year. And I mean, here's the Mariners with the shortstop prospect Michael Arroyo. Jason Churio, Jackson's little brother, is on the Guardians, and they are interested. The White Sox obviously are not contending. And yeah, I think we will do this trade with the Padres for Boston Bateman, and they get a catcher that can help them compete. So we do two trades to make our team a little bit better. We do have to release someone, and that will be we have too many people on the what's it called right now? Just the we have too many people in the organization, and I mean I don't know who to release really. Will Simpson, but he's 23. Bobby Seymour is a 26-year-old, but he's having a great season. But I don't think we will need him, so I will release Bobby Seymour. And there we go. The Bulls need two lineups. So let's see what is going on in Triple A. What do they need? They need a third baseman? They need a third baseman. Oh, and there's Curtis Mead. Perfect. And we do not have two lineups because we traded Danny Jansen. So we are going to need a catcher, and Ben Rortvedt will take care of that for the rest of the season. So we should be able to look at our draft picks here as we take down the Dodgers. Fairbanks comes back to town and pitches a scoreless inning, which is nice to see. And we have signed all of our draft picks, so we will look towards we will look to see how good they are in a little while. Homer Bush comes back. And we could view. Here we go. Albert Walls is a 80 potential guy. Not the best for our first round pick, but he's 18. He's got so much time. He's a 63 overall. I like that pick. Joel Davila, the catching prospect, I also think will be just fine. I mean, look, he's already 71 overall, and I love that pick. Eduardo Mateo, 94 potential. He looks like a stud. Great pick. And Dave Rainey, the guy they gave us, was not good, which is annoying because I didn't take him. Felipe Sandoval looks like a very good young shortstop. Juan Reyes and Rolando Sanchez also look pretty solid. So that's a good draft class in my opinion. I think Albert Walls will just need a little bit of time. He's only 18. He's already 63 overall. So let's see how other teams did and some guys I was looking at. Yeah. Man, I messed up there. He's gonna be really, really good. But he's also 21, so makes me feel a little bit better. Guillermo Reyes is also pretty solid at 88. The A's had a really good draft class. Wow. very bad draft class for the Rangers. Also for the Marlins, not the best. So yeah, we had a pretty good draft class. The number 1 overall pick is only an 82 potential. Nieves, I also liked him. Very good too. So yeah, I think we had one of the better draft class. Ernest Mata is also pretty good. Rockies had a pretty good draft class. Sean Bledsoe did not sign. And yeah, we had one of the best draft classes. I would say top 5, top 7. So that's good to see. And yeah, I'm happy with that draft class. And we are almost here done with this season. As Caminero, I would like to get him long term. For the next 9 years, he wants 10.3 million. I mean, if I could realistically sign all my players young, I would love to do that. So I'll be right back and see what I can do with this contract. We're just gonna bring Caminero back for 2 years. We can't even afford it, so we have literally like zero money right now. But yeah, we'll worry about this stuff in the off season. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode. We will play some games here to finish out the season against like some of these teams. We'll play some games next episode. But for now, I will see you guys in the next episode as we continue in season 1 here with the Rays. So successful draft class, I think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.